341 freaks in TF2. Yeah. TF2 freaks are a band of weird and bizarre characters that have existed almost since the creation of TF2. They are a staple of early 2010s internet humor and over the years have amassed over 341 official freaks, from the silly all the way to the disturbing. So I put them all in an iceberg. This took me way too long, but honestly it was worth it. The iceberg will be based on the popularity at the top, and as we go down we'll see more and more obscure and lesser known freaks, with the bottom layer reserved for the more horrifying freaks and some really obscure ones as well. And some freaks that you probably didn't know counted as freaks. So with the help of Intricate Labs and Durkee, who will be covering the later tiers, I'll be going through every single TF2 freak. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoy the video and comment your favorite TF2 freak. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and grab a snack, and welcome to the TF2 Freaks Iceberg. Vagineer. Vagineer is probably one of the more well-known freaks because of his interesting mouth shape and his ability to suck up anything through his mouth. Most of the videos that surround him involve him sucking up people, and that's the gag, with most of the videos with him in it. He also sometimes is shown to have a rope ability where he can throw limbs out and grab things from a distance. When he speaks, it sounds like he's just speaking backwards, so there's that too. Overall, a classic and peak TF2 comedy. Penis Cupcake. Penis Cupcake is one of the first ever TF2 freaks, and he is simply just a weirdo version of the Red Soldier. He's usually lying around in weird places, and you can see his eyes under his helmet, which you don't usually see when it comes to the Soldier. One of his main quirks is that he will eat people, and that seems to be the gist of it. Also, sometimes he can just Uber charge out of nowhere, and he is an oldie but a goldie. And this is something that I should bring up for the people unaware of the TF2 freaks, but they would usually have crossovers in which they would just fight other TF2 freaks, and there's actually a list of freak fights for each freak, showing which ones either lost or won, or sometimes tied. So, pretty cool. I'll be linking the TF2 Freak Show wiki in the description if you want to go through all the different fights and such with each character. Seaman. Seaman's quirk is usually pointing out to things and saying, "See, man." His freak ability is to enlarge parts of his body and usually his head and one of his hands. He can also just point to somewhere and make sticky bombs appear and blow whoever up. He also has a friend named Sealder, which we won't get into now. Scout. I imagine you can guess what the name is, but this freak is a blue scout who wears nerd glasses and a propeller hat. He literally is just a scout that runs around with a force of nature shotgun and annoys whoever he can get his eyes on. Not too much to say about him. American Boot. So I'm just gonna read the wiki for this because it's too funny not to. American Boot is literally just a Red Soldier that doesn't have any of his equipment and simply likes pranking other mercs and is patriotic, as you can imagine. But also is just mildly racist, and apparently his father raised him under the philosophy that dying is gay, and because of this, his belief that he is immortal. Yeah, insane. Ass pancakes. So this freak is a blue scout who lives inside of a bonk can, and when people find him, he essentially states his name and says bonk, and says he'll bonk them, and pulling out a hammer before killing them. That's his whole thing. He's similar to Penis Cupcake, and it's just kind of a bootleg of him, but yeah. Bilbo Biggins, aka Bilbo Biggins Grabbins Bapkins Basbo, the infamous magician, is a red sniper who wears a pirate hat and has skulls around his neck and a book on his back. And he goes around getting into fights with random wizards and throwing spells at them, and he's just a cocky freak. And kind of mysterious for the most part, and being that he just appears out of nowhere and starts using his powers like high speed, teleportation, and sorcery. Gentlemanly Demo. I'm gonna make this one brief. He's like if the demo man didn't drink, and he wears a top hat. That's all I got. Bombgineer. He's a red engineer that throws bombs, and that's his thing. He usually likes saving people and can summon bombs and control their direction with his hat. Cake Engineers. They're an engineer that has been infected by a space cake and are a parasite that are controlled by the master cake. They literally have one goal of taking out other humans. Christian Pure Spy. Imagine if a spy was donning all white and a cross and had holy powers that can essentially fight demons and evil. He also uses a knife because, as we know, spy does not have a gun. Civilian Heavy. The Civilian Heavy is a heavy that you see in 2-fort matches where they are just default posing and walking around being the scariest thing in the whole match. It was turned into an SFM where he literally just runs through people at high speeds and seems to be God himself and seems to put the fear of God into anyone and anything it comes by. Commander Bot. He's a heavy bot that is the leader of the robots who wears a team captain hat. He's just a really strong robot for the most part, and other than that, he is pretty much just a TF2 bot with a hat. Crypto Engineer. This is literally an engineer who's obsessed with crypto and has a crash out over NFTs. I could not make this up even if I wanted to. Creepy medic. This medic is literally described by his name. He's a medic with an odd face and literally just straight up eats a heavy as well as slithers around on the ground. He's very freaky. Demented soldier. Here's this picture of the demented soldier. Thank you. Moving on. Demo Samedi. Demo Samedi is a demo man who was bullied by the red team and came across this cursed baby doll, which allowed him to get revenge on all the people who bullied him. The baby doll turns into a sword and he just goes ham on everyone. He has his own series and everything with plenty of characters in this upper tier. Demo Pan. Demo Pan is a demo who wears a bounty hat and runs around with a frying pan and a charge in charge. His obsession was selling Stotout Shakos for 2 refined metal and he became the mascot of Hat Fortress 2. Demo Turtle. Demo Turtle is a demo man who looks like a turtle. You pretty much can make his limbs go inside of his body and his torso is pretty much a turtle shell, which he managed to piss off a sniper that was fishing out of a lake, so the sniper ended up filling up the whole lake with piss. You know, just normal stuff. Destroyer. Destroyer was pretty big because he was a TF2 freak that looked like an engineer with black and white clothing that was sent to the TF2 freak world to pretty much take it over and destroy all the other freaks, in which he has a video called Endgame where you can see him fighting all sorts of TF2 freaks. It's a pretty fun crossover video and he shows up in another video called Arctic Assault. Dick Soup Can. Dick Soup Can is a red demo that runs around with bottles and vomits and burps grenades. He fought the likes of Painus Cupcake and Seaman, and he's a pretty funny guy. He's like the demo but on ultra drunk mode. Dick Sandwich. He is a blue heavy that is either shown to be like a child or an overly aggressive freak, in which he shoots people with his fingers. He reminds me of a character from South Park because of the hat, but other than that, the only notable thing is his first video is called Dick Sandwich. Anyways, on to the next. Doom Spy. Doom Spy is a red glowing ghost spy that haunts random TF2 mercs and makes them just blow up. He's a goofy guy, but would just randomly attack the other mercs for no reason. Dr. Texas. Dr. Texas is a red engineer that has 2 heads, which looks like a normal head and one coming out from where his chin should be. And he's also a cyborg as well. He mainly seems to build robots and attack with them. It's just a goofy, silly character, and I guess he goes full robot later. Drunken Heavy. Drunken Heavy is literally a heavy that is drunk. I'm not gonna lie, seeing him in his original video is really funny. He apparently also has the power to teleport to an arm he launches. Enger. Enger is a blue engineer with his arms bent backwards and seems to have a really contorted body, and his head is humongous. And his hat is meshed in with his face. He also seems to be really bad at building sentries. Enigma. Yeah, he's just this thing. He's like a Vagineer, but his head is small and he sucks in everything that's near him. And his limbs are sunken in as well. So, yeah. TF2 Freaks. Epic Scout. So this scout is from the video known as Rise of Epic Scout, which is a video that has 96 million views, and I'm pretty sure is one of the most viewed TF2 SFM animations out there. But Epic Scout is a scout that after a near-death experience is reborn and becomes a really sick and awesome scout that gets revenge on the red team. He does crazy backflips and goes nuts. Gay Penis. So Gay Penis is a heavy who wears the doctor's dapper topper, and he essentially just goes wild and goes nuts, goes goofy, and does things like rob a sperm bank. He also just blasts loud noises, making people shrink their heads, for instance. Silly guy. Heavy guy. Heavy guy is a character from the Scratch Universe series where he looks like Jotaro Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He literally fights a Dio spy and he has a stand like Jotaro as well. It's a really fun animation and it's honestly peak TF2 Freak. Heavy Metal Soldier. Heavy Metal Soldier is a soldier who has a distorted face and loves heavy metal. He literally just blasts metal wherever he goes and knows how to shred a guitar like a beast. He also took a scout's head attached to a foot and replaced his foot with it. What a cool guy. Heavy Sumo Guy. Imagine a heavy who doesn't wear a shirt and meditates and seems to be immune to pain. And he's a sumo wrestler. That's all I got for this one. Icy Spy. Icy Spy is a spy who's made of ice. He usually is around the heavy who says, "I see spy." And that's the joke. And they usually end up fighting each other. Icy Spy can also just make it snow randomly, but also can be melted from the heat. Karate Scout. He's a scout that knows how to do karate, and he's on the red team. But he also seems to just suck at karate, so yeah, unlucky. Karate Sniper. Karate Sniper is in the same video as Karate Scout, and is the one who beats Karate Scout. He also has a big hand and head sometimes. He does not suck at karate. Next, Metazord. Metazord is a medic who is an ice wizard that can make ice sticky bombs and throw them at people. He also can summon icicles, as well as make ice walls. He can essentially make a lot of ice things. He apparently lives on CP Glacier as well. Mem. You know the medic cutout? Well, he's alive, and he yells mem. A lot. There's a ton of community-made videos of him, and him being a wooden cutout, he's weak to fire and pyros. I also think there's other versions of the cardboard cutouts where it's the other mercs and they also scream mem, but the medic one is the most iconic. Mr. Baguette. He literally only shows up like once in a TF2 video as a gag. He's a spy that is a baguette with a gun and a mask that literally just yells out mission accomplished and runs away. Necklace Sniper. In the video where this freak comes from, he stops a fight between a heavy and a scout and proceeds to turn the scout's body into a necklace by just breaking his bones and contorting it around his neck and floats away. Normal stuff. Ninja Spy. Ninja Spy is a spy that's a ninja. In the video that he originally came from, he runs around with a bushwhacker, attacking random mercs, and ends up fighting the Vagineer, and blowing him up with a bomb. So pretty base in my opinion. He went from wearing normal colored spy clothes, then wears all black. Ninja Heavy. Ninja Heavy is a student of the Ninja Spy that seems to be a ninja as well. He's not good at it though, like really bad at being a ninja. Ninjaneer. This is an engineer that is also a ninja. He has gear shurikens as well as a ninja cable that allows him to travel around like Spider-Man, and he's also just a really sneaky assassin. Pancake Man. Pancake Man is a superhero scout that has the ability to throw pancakes at people and fight with them. He originally fought an evil medic and defeated him in his debut video. He also can be powered up with a bonk energy and can also fly. Pancake Man. Pencer. Pencer is a great engineer that builds robots and uses them to fight the red and blues robots. He has a whole series called Mecha Madness where he's the evil bad guy, and usually lurks around in the background while his robots do the fighting. Pygineer. The video he's in involves a demo and Heavy getting pulled over by a soldier, and at the end, the engineer pulls up in his car and says Pygineer and turns into a pie with an engineer head. I think I'm starting to lose my mind. Piss Cake Hole. Piss Cake Hole is similar to that of Penis Cupcake where he just says his name before saying he will carve a person, but also has a creepy face and can turn green. The creator even said that it's a bootleg of Penis Cupcake. So, but he is his own freak. Polite Spy. Polite Spy is a spy that is just really polite. He also wears a yellow bucket hat and seems to be that no matter what you do or say to him, he will always be polite. What a nice guy. Hootis. Hootis is the awesome heavy that wears sunglasses and can seem to make literally anything happen. He also has a red counterpart. His powers are literally endless, and it seems to be that the universe literally revolves around him. They also like anime boobs. Yeah. Protagonist Soldier. Protagonist Soldier is just your average TF2 freak, but he has multiple looks about him, and he has the ability like Penis Rocket, and yeah, he's a TF2 freak. I don't know what to say about this guy specifically. Pyro Gun. Pyro Gun is a pyro that actually speaks and seems to be a cyborg as well. He also seems to suck at being a robot and doesn't literally do much except, yeah, Rabid Heavy Taming Engineer. This freak is made by the person who made Epic Scout, and his name literally describes him. He knows how to tame rabid heavies and uses a rabid heavy to attack the blue team. He also knows how to fight as well with some pretty sick moves. He also feeds his rabid heavy steaks. Rubber Fruit. So this is a soldier with a bizarre face that is a kleptomaniac that goes up to other TF2 characters and yells, "Mine," and steals their stuff. He doesn't really have any other abilities other than convincing people to give him their stuff. Samurai Demo. Samurai Demo is a demo man who fights the karate sniper that I mentioned before. All he ends up doing is cutting off the karate sniper's arm and gets beat up by a soldier before literally getting nuked by the karate sniper. Rest in peace. Santa Piss. He's a yellow sniper that is Santa and throws piss down people's chimney. That's his thing. Merry Pissmas. Santa Soldier. He's a soldier, but he's Santa. Yeah, pretty cool fella. Scary Woman. Scary Woman is a woman that the scout hits on before being turned into this horrific amalgamation and straight up kills the scout with her thunder thighs. Honestly, I probably should put this in a lower tier. Scout Tit. Bro, I don't even know anymore. It's a female scout, and she makes the engineer goon all over the place. Next one. Sewer Medic. So Sewer Medic is a medic that lives in the sewers, and he blows up things with his ginormous head. Shogun Heavy. So this is a heavy who's a shogun who wears all black. He also has the ability to stop time, I'm pretty sure. We love Shogun Heavy. Slender Spaps. So Slender Spaps is a blue spy that can stretch out his body in weird and bizarre ways, and he can also glide in the air. I'm assuming that is because he's lightweight and is straight up like a kite. He's also just very fragile, so not very strong either, and just a weirdo. Soldieneer. The Soldieneer is a soldier and engineer who are conjoined at the hip. They also seem to know that they are freaky and literally beg a medic to help them in their first appearance.
Ah! The sojourner! We've helped me! Mistake of nature! What has the science done?
Soupcock Pork Pie. So this character is a bootleg penis cupcake, but he's a demo, which seems to be a reoccurring theme for some of these popular freaks. But this is a demo that lives in a bottle, before yelling his name and then straight up eating anyone he comes near. Soup Man. Soup Man, or Soup Can, is a demo who wears a soup can on his head. And he just has the ability to do the craziest things, like suck in random stuff in his mouth, and then shooting sticky bombs from his mouth, as well as turning into a literal bomb himself. Spantus. Honestly, I should have put this one lower as well, on the iceberg, because he is kind of scary, but he's inspired his shape and acts like a praying mantis. He makes these really creepy noises and eats people, and he also lives in the woods. Super freaky. Spider Demo. I don't think I really need to explain this one, but it's a Demo Man, but he is Spider-Man. He also has all the powers of Spider-Man, except he can also turn into a spider as well, and he still uses his grenade launcher. Spy Samedi. Spy Samedi is pretty much the same as Demo Samedi that I mentioned previously, but doesn't have the same powers, and can use a voodoo doll to resurrect himself and teleport places. Spy Crab. The Spy Crab is actually a glitch in TF2 that became pretty popular, in which spies have a 20% chance of having their taunt glitched out. It's also used as a way to gamble in TF2, in which people gamble their inventory with spy crabbing. Yeah, that's a thing. Spiper. It's a spy and sniper combined. Yippee! Squishy the NG Flytrap. I'll just show you guys the video of this freak. Stair-gineer. The Stair Engineer is literally just a meme at this point, but he's an engineer without his goggles on, and he just stares at you endlessly. It's uncanny, and honestly, I hate it. Keep the goggles on, buddy. Star Engineer. Star Engineer is an engineer shaped like a star, and he has eyes bulging from his goggles, and he can just switch the bodies around of characters and their minds, and that's his power. Stu Pidface. Stu Pidface is a classic. He's an insane heavy that, rather being big and bulky, he's a lean, mean fighting machine. He does similar things to other TF2 freaks where he sucks them up, but other than that, he also wears a pair of yellow sunglasses. He also just gets called Stupid Face. Blight Caller. The Blight Caller is a medic that wears a Plague Doctor mask. He can also pretty much just kill people with a touch of his hand, turning them into an undead corpse just by touching them. And he just burns his bodies with green fire. And can teleport. The Rock. So this freak is a giant rock heavy. His intro video literally has a song called Can't Stop the Rock by Apollo 440 playing in the background while he runs around. He runs through his enemies and they explode due to the pure strength of this silly guy. Honestly, a favorite. The Spy. So this was labeled as a freak, but this is the Spy from Spy's Disguise by Fortress Films, where he is equipped with his machine gun arms and jetpack and was given these abilities from an engineer. But also, this guy's in the same universe as Emesis Blue. The White Spy. He's a spy, but he's white. Very quirky, very weird. Trash Man. So Trash Man is like Oscar the Grouch, except a lot more terrifying. It's a soldier that lives in a trash can and wears a football helmet. His debut video has demo pan, and he has an obsession with trash where he doesn't want people to come near his trash. And will pretty much just suck people into his trash can and eat them alive. Troll Scout. Troll Scout is a scout with a boot on his head who causes mischief and trolls everyone he can find around him. His version of trolling is running around slamming people in the head with a frying pan and stealing their stuff. So just some harmless pranks. Ugly Spy. He's a spy, but he's ugly and doesn't like getting called ugly. Poor guy.
Go home, ugly spy!
Undead Stoner Scouts. These two are in the same universe as Demo Samedi, and they are two scouts killed and resurrected by Demo Samedi and turned into zombies, but they also like to get high and cause mischief. Vent Scout. So get this right. It's a scout, but he lives in the vents. But he's kind of scary because he comes out of nowhere and grabs characters and drags them into his event and kills them off. Peak. Whales. Whales is a character made by Whales Clean Trash, and he's a scout that sounds like a robot sometimes. He just goes insane and goes on little adventures. My favorite being my first day at Cloudy Moon Resort, because he just goes completely crazy, throwing milk and baseballs everywhere and just tweaking at every moment. Weird Soldier. So we didn't have enough soldiers that were weird. We actually have just straight up Weird Soldier, and I guess he's kind of weird. His forehead is kind of big, and his video he was introduced in, he just gets consumed by a bucket. little weird guy. Zerstorer. The final freak of the surface is Zerstorer. He's a character from the Demo Samedi series where he's an undead cyborg medic that runs around with the Thompson. He hunts down other freaks and just a random character in the series. That was all the freaks at the surface of the iceberg. Now I'm going to pass it on to Intricate Labs to cover the next layer of the iceberg.
Angus is a demo man freak who wields various magical powers and overall has some pretty cool capabilities. Not my favorite freak from the series he's in, but definitely worthy of a mention.
I am Anus Cupcake.
From what very little info I got from the videos I saw featuring Anus Cupcake, it's no wonder he's a lesser known freak. He has a son that is an alcoholic, his wife is the equivalent of a used sponge, and his brother thinks he's a disappointment. I guess the only good thing he has going for him is that he's Anus Cupcake's brother, but that's about it.
Archimedes, the one, the brains. No. Yes. 9. Mortis Animateris.
This is a freak I found myself siding with instead of the so-called heroes. He is a red medic vampire with split personalities. He can send people to hell, use magic, and perform necromancy. He also has an undead Archimedes companion. From the video I watched, he pretty much was just chilling, then got bullied. But I'm sure there's a larger story at play. I'm actually a bit surprised that this guy fell into the lesser known. So apparently these guys are their own species, which is weird. The wiki says they're related to spoys and spy crabs, which, okay. Not much to say about it other than it's a spy with a head between its legs. The name kind of says it all.
Oh, what's up?
Harmony is pretty much just the Gmod Sona of the inverted shadow. His whole thing is that he's just random. The creator themselves said it. Not really much else to go off of the video introducing him. So this guy is just a soldier that poops out exploding boxes and flying boxes and just regular boxes. That's about it.
Hey, it's me, Awesome Scout Pranker 4. I'm gonna pull the biggest awesome prank on this fat ass here.
This one was nice to watch, although I found myself more interested in the demo than Awesome Scout Pranker, despite the latter being more entertaining.
What's up? Hey!
Kinda weird that this one is lower on the list despite appearing before Angus, but I like the fact that Bellatrix's powers are literally just the powers from Prototype, as that was a game I played a lot back in the day on my Xbox 360. It's a sniper that kind of just goes. It's about it.
Holy Mother of God!
From the video I watched, it's just a talking blue sentry. Yeah.
Join me at Bambeer!
This video was certainly something else. I saw a lot of freaks that I've never seen before, as well as some that were just mentioned earlier. Also, I kid you not, when the toilet appeared, it was like a trauma response. Bombear only appeared for like 5 seconds, so there's not much I can say about him, other than he's a bear with a bomb. Bone Pyro just seems to be a pyro wearing bone cosmetics that goes around removing people's skeletons. Not much else to go off of.
Caberneer! Bam!
Caberneer is just a giant engineer with a caber instead of a head. Campo Man is a demo freak that just camps the spawn areas of the opposing team. That's it. I had no idea why this freak was called Crema Pyro, but apparently the reason is that he uses sounds from the Cremator, which is a Half-Life NPC. As for what the Crema Pyro is, your guess is as good as mine. Seems to be some sort of robot pyro hybrid cyborg thing. I don't know. You know, for a freak being named Bullseye, I was expecting something of poor quality, but this one is actually really well made. The freak design is cool, being that of a demo with a large eye attached via spine.
You were no match for my powers.
At first I thought this was going to be a freak that can take on the appearances of other freaks, but then I realized that would just be normal spy. However, this freak is a spy that can copy other freaks' powers. According to the creator, he takes on their weaknesses too, but I didn't watch past the first one, so I don't know if that's ever taken advantage of.
I am Doctor Team! Oh,
Dr. Team is a medic with a really bad temper who just hates everything. That's it. You know, the episode he appeared in was a great watch, and I would love to talk more about it, but that's not what this is about. I would totally comment on XL Spy, but he only appears for like 5 seconds at the end, and you can't even see his face. So, blame Orbit for this one. He's a fat spy. No, not that kind of fat spy. Spy is a spy that is a gentleman. Funny how most of these freaks' names pretty much explain their whole gimmick. Ghost is a mercenary freak that can no-clip. That's all I know. Golem is a gray heavy that's normally laid back and fairly silent. Orbit didn't send me a video for this one, so that's all I really have to say.
I must be dreaming!
Handsome Rogue is a spy that's based on Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He has basically all the same abilities as Dio.
Little man, how dare you!
Goomba is a heavy that's just the torso and leg gibs from a blown-up heavy. It's literally just a Goomba, but heavy.
This is my beloved wife!
Jane Doe is a soldier freak that's married to Gardevoir, and other than being a little more durable than the regular soldier, that's about it when it comes to unique abilities.
Sentry down! Sentry down!
Bicepping my teleport. Spy around here. That heavy's a spy.
Sentry down! I love medals!
Karma Soldier is exactly what he sounds like. He's a soldier that rewards those who are good and punishes those who are bad. Originally known as the Demonic Man, Lord DeGroot is essentially just a necromancer demo man who works for the devil. Medic is a medic main who got fed up with his team constantly yelling medic. He gets beat up and captured by Soldine. Magic Man is a red scout that pretends to be homeless before harassing random people. He got his powers copied by Doppelganger and was defeated shortly after.
I have surprise for you!
This is a heavy that,
Yes!
Can I skip this one?
Amaze! Fight hunts!
Medibirds are a species of living blighted beaks that think of themselves as superior beings that are smarter than everyone else. They help others only if they feel like it or if they're asked by the Indian heavy.
I am Mutated Burger!
Mutated Burger is a more violent version of Painless Cupcake. The only other difference being that Mutated Burger is a reddish-green ubered zombie soldier. The Oddengis are, well, odd. I assume they're their own species like that of the Medibird and the Anus Spy. That's all I really know about them. Orange Man is Soldine's partner, and is a part of what's known as the HECU. Together he and Soldine hunt down other TF2 freaks. Painus Vagicake is the combination of Painus Cupcake and a Vagineer. I don't really want to talk about anything else that happens in the video. It's Superman. It's literally just Superman but TF2 and dumb. Oh, Intricate, you should help me out with my TF2 video. I'm sure you'll love all 59 of the freaks.
You just got dominated, Sputnik!
Polish Soldier is, well, he's a soldier that's Polish. Who's coming up with these again? Professor Pyrowise is a distinguished gentleman who is known by many as the gatekeeper of the underworld. Yes. Pygas is, he's, well, you see, he's something inflation. I had to go to the wiki for this one. Razor is a freak whose alignment is listed as lawful evil and can use metalokinesis to make weapons for himself. Rusty is a gray engineer who works for a group known as the Shades. He makes all the robots that the Shades use to hunt down other freaks, but these robots often break down, or worse, turn against their own creator. Scombine is a scout that was given a headpiece of sorts and he can do that now. Skunt, otherwise known as Vagiscout, is a scout that has the Vagineer virus, which honestly I didn't even know that was a thing. The difference between the two, other than class, is that Skunts have a more square-shaped mouth. Scuttlebucket is a Pyro Bucket hybrid of sorts that doesn't really have any powers other than being really fast. I mean, he also eats people, but that's about it. Freak is a fast-talking troublemaker who loves pranks, chaos, and messing with his teammates, especially the serious ones. Skinny Spy is, well, a skinny spy. There's not much else to say in that case. As for powers, he can move really fast and has interdimensional travel.
That's not all.
Sniper is a large floating sniper torso with arms. He can turn people to stone when the head inside of his torso pops out, but that's kind of gross.
That was unfortunate. I do believe I'm on fire.
Spy and Spy is a duo of spies that have almost no powers whatsoever and exist purely for comic relief in their universe. That's it.
I do believe I am not the only sandwich.
Spyvich is a spy with a sandwich instead of a head. His power is turning other people's heads into sandwiches.
Hello, Fräulein!
The Doctor is a weird blue and black medic that can make energy balls to hurt his enemies and can also make shadow clones of other freaks.
Hi there. I'm an equal opportunity lunatic.
The Shades is a group of freaks whose voice lines are all from the Postal games. They hunt down both good and bad freaks due to having been harassed by them in the past. Okay, speedrun time because I am tired. Green female sniper, nothing else. Blue soldier gang that steals hats. Red soldier that makes noise. TF2 Freak's version of the Combine. It's exactly what you think. It's also exactly what you think. Werewolf heavy, that's it. Okay, I'm going to get a soda.
Hello and welcome to The Deep. I am your current host for the hour, Durkee, and I'm sure you've had plenty of time to rest up and sleep from my soothing friend's voice, Intricate Labs, you know, the guy who was talking to you guys earlier. Well, you're talking with me now, and I don't have a soothing voice, so I suppose you will just have to bear with my voice for the rest of 1 hour. So enjoy it while you can, and enjoy eating your food if you're eating food while you're watching this video, because oh boy, this is a really long ass video. I have talked long enough. Let's go. Aberrance or whatever you pronounce it. Basically, it's the great team of the Team Fortress 2 Freak World and is led by Dr. Schadenfreude. Number 2. Alien Scouts. Alien Scouts are from a machinima where Heavy goes to Mars, and there they are, just, you know, chilling. I wouldn't really call this a TF2 Freak, like, bruh, but anyway, one of the Alien Scouts get on Heavy's ship when he returns to Earth, and wow, look, there he is. Number 3, the Were Heavy. Okay, so, basically Heavy, but werewolf, and instead of a werewolf, it's a rat. It's a rat and Heavy. I don't fucking know. Number 4, Ape Heavy. Again, Heavy, but basically also an ape. It's more like a gorilla in my opinion. But yeah, it's a Heavy mixed with a gorilla. Number 5, Australian Saxton. Essentially just Saxton Hale, but from like, he gets summoned from a Saxy trophy. That's it. Number 6, Bacon Partner. A red engineer who can turn other engineers into Vagineers. This makes him pretty powerful, and you know, that's pretty crazy. Number 7, Barrow Wrench. This one is pretty funny. It's the spy who has a wrench for his head, and he can turn people into gold statues for the sake of fashion. It was pretty funny the first time I watched it, but you know, I guess this guy's pretty powerful. You know, he can turn people into statues, golden statues. Number 8, Behemoth. Okay, so Behemoth is a demon from hell, and he is twice the size of a regular Heavy, and he is basically nigh invulnerable and immortal, to all forms of physical damage. He is really powerful. Behemoth is really powerful and is created by Zoe. Now, many of the Team Fortress 2 freaks created by Zoe are, well, really hard to get footage of, but essentially pretty fucking popular. But now all of his Team Fortress 2 freaks lies in like re-uploads that I can't find. But yeah, anyway, Behemoth is one of the most powerful freaks out there, except for, of course, the really, the strongest TF2 freaks. He's up there with those guys, but probably the weaker end of the strongest Team Fortress 2 freaks. Okay, I've talked about this guy for too long. Let's go to the next guy. Number 9, Blind Femme Scout. Okay, so this isn't even a Team Fortress 2 freak. It's just a reoccurring character in Ouija Tinik's Team Fortress 2 Freak universe. So that's kind of funny. Number 10 is actually Blockgeneer. It's an engineer who says its name like a Pokemon. He just says, "I'm Blockgeneer," and its powers are being slow in both ways. Meaning he's slow physically and mentally. Also, he can fly because, he's a Mario block for some reason. Yeah. Number 11, Blue Pyrogun. Yet again, another deleted video, but yeah, Blue Pyrogun is a robot with rockets, and it's a pretty cool guy. I like it. It's, how do I explain this? It's a cyborg. It's a robot. Let's move on.
Number 12, cock.
Bob and Bob. Bob and Bob are two pyros who really like sandwiches, and their abilities are, whenever you steal their sandwich or, they lose their sandwich, they go apeshit crazy and get superhuman abilities and will stop at nothing until they get their sandwich. So, if you see Bob and Bob, just don't take their sandwich. Number 13, Buddhist Murder Pyro. This is just a pyro with a Buddhist hat, and the video just reeks of 2009 edginess. Like, Jesus Christ, look at this shit. Look! Number 14, Captain Demoman is just some poor Demoman who encounters two freaks and then promptly dies, I think, maybe. But eventually he does become a reoccurring character in a few other TF2 Freak videos. Like, he became pretty popular. Number 15, Cheese Scout. A scout with a clock on his head. It's just a scout, man. Although I guess his abilities are being above intelligent compared to the rest of his teammates. It's a pretty smart guy compared to, the others in the Team Fortress 2 Freak world. And also he becomes a reoccurring character in a few other series. Number 16, Christian Brutal Sniper. What the bloody fuck is he doing here? This guy is like the most popular of Team Fortress 2 Freaks. What? Okay, so yeah, this guy is my favorite Team Fortress 2 freak of all time. And where do I begin? He's just so cool. He's Christian for absolutely no reason. There is no reason for him to be Christian other than adding an extra word to his name. Or maybe he was Christian before he turned into a freak. And well, this is supposed to be a brief summary, but he's the standard Team Fortress 2 freak. Freakishly durable, freakishly invulnerable, freakishly strong. He can summon knives whenever he wants, depending on what version of Christian Brutal Sniper you're talking about. And, he is either really overpowered or he's really, really underpowered. Like, some people just use him as the god of their universe and he's just really powerful, and some people just let him prove how powerful their own Team Fortress 2 freak is, and he dies a lot. But okay, I've talked about this guy for too long. Number 17, Climber. I guess it's this fucking sniper, maybe? Actually, no, it's not this sniper. The video is called Old Bloke's Origin, and so I guess Old Blokes is this sniper. Climber would probably be one of these guys laying on the ground. So, yeah. Number 18, Cornish Game Spy. This is so fucking stupid. Okay, so Cornish Game Spy is a spy who can absorb players' weapons and shoot them out of his ass. Yeah. Team Fortress 2 Freaks are called Team Fortress 2 Freaks for a reason. Number 19, Crack Cupcake. Painless Cupcake, but he does crack. That's it. Why did I agree to... Number 20, Crazy Machine. Finally! Something of substance. Okay, this guy is pretty cool. So, this guy is a Chrome engineer who can fly and is basically permanently on Uber charge. This guy is fucking powerful. And yeah, he is the antagonist of this video. Of this Team Fortress 2 Freak video. It's powerful. He's a powerful guy. Real powerful. Number 21, Crotch Sniper. His ability is to shoot a gun from his crotch. Yeah. God damn it, Blorbit. Number 22, Crouton Haircut. He is a soldier box hybrid, and when you give him a key, he gives you a hat. Also, he has super speed and can shoot anything from his mouth, and you know, he just summons boxes. So, number 23, Cryo or Cyro. I'm guessing it's this spy, since the video is about Robosol, who's this blue soldier cyborg, and Soldine, who's this red soldier cyborg. For fuck's sake. Number 24, Cyber Demo. Yep, a robot demo man that was built to protect some goobers from a bunch of TF2 freaks. Number 25, Cyber Heavy. A heavy that has lost his arm, so engineer built him a new one. And it's like super powered, and this new arm is it gives him superhuman abilities. Yeah. He can punch really hard. Number 25, Cyber Medic, Cyber Near, Cyber Pyro, Cyber Scout, Cyber Sniper, Cyber Spy. Listen, you get the point. These are robots or cyborgs, and they all have the powers of shooting guns out of their fingers and rockets attached to their back. Yada, yada, yada. Number 27, Dangerous Beacon, is a heavy that can fly with balloons attached to his ass, and he has super strength because of his large hands. Also, he's immune to snipers because of his tiny little head. Number 28, Dead Goy. I think it's this scout. I don't know, maybe it's this engineer who made the robots. It's really annoying to find this fucking TF2 Freak in a lot of these videos. Anyway, number 29, Demo Ming, a demo with the ability to grow his head. Also, he has a naturally small head, and also he bites people. He bites people, and he's a cannibal, and he's kind of powerful, but not really, because people survive his bites a lot of the time. Anyway, number 30, Defender. Maybe this super strength soldier? Maybe? Or possibly the engineer who trains them? I don't know. Let's move on. Number 31, Dennis. Dennis is a pyro who has the ability to fall on people's head and kill them. I'm not joking. That's what the wiki says. That he falls on people's head with enough velocity to kill them. Sometimes they survive, but yeah, that's his power. He teleports on top of people and then he slams into their head. Number 32, Disciples. Basically, a bunch of medics form a cult, and that's all. They have powers, because of course they do. Number 33, Disco Heavy. Disco Heavy rips people's heads off and then eats them. No bullshit. Also, whenever his music plays, he's also inhumanly fast, like any Team Fortress 2 freak should be. Number 34, Dispenser. An orange heavy who turns people into, or at least tries to turn people into, a dispenser. He does this pretty poorly. Number 35, Doc Girardi. This guy is pretty popular, but anyway, Doc Girardi is a genius mad scientist who accidentally one day put himself into a Girardi, his consciousness into a Girardi, and then he builds a robot for the Girardi, and that's why this guy is a robot, basically. Anyway, he has superhuman strength and superhuman intelligence, because, he's Dr. Girardi. He put himself into a fucking Girardi. Number 36, Dr. Clean. Yeah, so basically a medic with OCD, and when his OCD isn't satisfied, he gains powers that helps him complete his OCD. He cleans shit. So, yeah. Number 37, Dr. Oktoberfest, a medic who turns people into Demo Man and forces them to drink Scrumpy. He can also summon Scrumpy. Pretty cool guy. Number 38, Dr. Schadenfreude, the leader of Aberrants, or whatever the fuck you call him. Basically, it's this medic, and he's the leader, and yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing his name wrong. 39, Dra Wunderbar. he's a weirdo, and also he can see invisible spies. So I guess his power is perception. He has really good perception. He can see well. Yeah. Number 40, Dream Demo Man. Basically an angel. He can teleport people out of danger, usually heals people, and he has the power to stop but not kill anything. Basically, he has this magic scrumpy bottle where if he hits anything with it, they get stunned for like a long time. It's a stun gun. Yeah, whatever. Number 41, Drunk Monk. A demo man with superhuman strength and is a master at fighting with kung fu or some sort of martial arts. This guy's like a really good fighter, and combine it with superhuman strength, oh man, that you guys are dead. Like anybody would die to Drunk Monk. Number 42, Edo Soldier. A cyborg blue soldier who can shoot lasers, and also he has a shield. Pretty cool. Number 43, Engineer. A purple engineer who can teleport and shoot a bunch of things out of his gun hand, notably lasers and minigun bullets. 44, Erzangel. A crazy archangel who has heavenly powers and is of course a medic. Did I mention he has heavenly powers? He can't really strike down people like Zeus or anything. He can just heal and banish people to hell, I think. It's just a wiki. Number 45, Fad Killer. A giant floating administrator head whose sole purpose is to eradicate Team Fortress 2 freaks. I suppose the origin of this character was that, you know, the administrator just had enough of these stupid fucking Team Fortress 2 freaks infesting her, you know, her Team Fortress 2 matches, because, you know, they're too overpowered. And, you know, the Team Fortress 2 freaks aren't loyal to a blue or red side, so I guess either the administrator created Fad Killer or became Fad Killer, so. Number 46, Flametta. I don't even, do you have any idea? Any fucking clue? What the fuck just happened? Number 47, Fliper. A sniper who can fly, along with a scout buddy who can also fly. Their ability is flying. Yippee! Number 48, Frat Man. A demo man with the ability to summon anything related to like a frat party, since after all, he's Frat Man. Number 49, Gentlemanly Demo. A demo man who crafts a hat, and it's a really fancy top hat, and now the hat is his whole personality. He becomes a reoccurring character in the channel and a few other videos on Team Fortress 2 Freaks, so yeah. Anyway, number 50, God Cow. The Zen creatures from Half-Life 1 invade Team Fortress 2, and I don't know what God Cow is. Maybe it's this fucking scout. Number 51, Goldie Duck Fist. Marasmus got bored and decided to give one of his ducks superpowers, most notably boxing gloves and punching at super speeds. Basically, it's a boxer times 100, like, you know. It's basically a guy with the eviction notice, and instead of a eviction notice, it's a fucking boxing gloves. That's the best I can explain it. Number 52, Gravy Guitar Man. He's a red sniper who can create guitars from thin air, and he's really good at playing guitar. Also, he is a combat expert. You know, don't go into close quarter combat with him. You can still shoot him, I guess. I don't know if he's a good sniper or not. Number 53, Heavy Bine. A cyborg heavy. Yep. Number 54, Heavy Dial. A red heavy who eats people, and he's just a crocodile. It's a heavy crocodile mix. Number 55, Hibu. A weird blue heavy who can summon like a bunch of money or beer, whatever this massive amount of boxes are. Number 56, Hippo Scout. A scout with an enlarged head and can spit acidic barf. Number 57, Inferno. A demonic pyro who is like the devil, I guess. He's a demon. I didn't see any powers from the video. It's just a fight scene, but I guess he can summon the sun on a stick, or I guess his powers are fire related. Number 58, Intelligent Heavy. No explanation for this one. The Heavy is smart, and I guess he teaches people. Number 59, interesting spy. A genius spy who can apparently turn people into things. Like, it says here that he turned a demo man into a surfboard with only a few tweaks. Jesus Christ. Oh, and he has teleportation. Almost every single Team vs. 2 Freak has teleportation. So, I'm surprised that we got our first teleporting Team Fortress 2 Freak at like number 59. So, anyway, let's move on. Number 60, Iris. Basically Santa Claus, but it's a femme scout. Yeah, pretty cool. Iris is... I think she becomes a reoccurring character. I think. Like, every Christmas, the channel uploads something with Iris in her. So, let's move on. Number 61, JD Aussie is an orange sniper who is basically Wolverine because he can shoot cookery knives out of his wrists. Like Wolverine. Number 62, Girardi Cake Dick. Okay, so basically Penis Cupcake, but a sniper, and he grapes people. Yup. 63. Dr. Johan van Windhoek is a medic who has this mechanical arm with the ability to freeze and heal people with this mechanical arm. So, you know, no need for a medigun, guys. He has the magic healing hand. Number 64. Kick-ass engineer. A badass blue engineer who can do 3v1s easily. Number 65, kid-friendly heavy. Dora the Explorer, but it's heavy weapons guy. That's all I gotta say. Number 66, King Caberface. As you can guess, it's a demo man, and yeah, it's a demo man with no powers. He's also a king, for some unexplained reason. Lava Spy, a spy who controls volcanoes and lava-based powers, and judging from the picture on his wiki, Groudon. He can control and summon Groudon. He's pretty powerful. Number 68, Maggot Gear. This one is Gore. So his weapon is the corpse of a demo man who also somehow works as a rocket launcher. And also, he is obviously freakishly strong because he carries around a fucking dead demo man as a fucking weapon. And he bleeds everywhere he goes. Just blood. He leaves a trail of blood everywhere. His rocket shoots blood. He is so disgusting. 69, Major Scout Guy. Hey, funny number. Wow, funny number. Anyway, this guy is actually pretty cool. Basically, he's super fast even for scouts. And he has these goggles that give him good vision. And also he has this modified scattergun which can shoot 4 different types of bullets. The first bullet is just a really powerful bullet. Like, it's basically a crit bullet because of his modified scattergun. It shoots it like, you know, it shoots it way faster. The second bullet freezes whatever it hits. And the third bullet stuns the enemy with like electricity, basically a taser. And finally, the fourth bullet sets enemies on fire. And overall, he's a pretty powerful guy. He's also extremely skilled in like combat and shit, so yeah. Also, he has this final phase where so he has this final phase where he becomes 2 times the size and becomes like super powerful. Yeah. Number 70, Man of Mystery. Man of Mystery is an undead spy who has bandages wrapped around his face to hide his, well, undead face. Basically, zombie spy who also has powers and is intelligent, his rival being Interesting Spy, the guy we talked about earlier, in case you forgot already, or I don't know, fucking sleeping because you're watching this for ASMR purposes, which isn't a bad thing, you know. If you are, then good night, I guess. Number 71, Master Piss, a yellow sniper who can summon piss, and he throws them at people. And also he can teleport, because of course he can, why wouldn't he? Number 72, Mastermind. Mastermind is this headless medic who can summon Uber Sauce to throw at people, and he can teleport, and also he can self-Uber charge, so this guy is really powerful. Number 73, Men of Mystery. So this is different from Man of Mystery because although essentially the same zombie type creature, basically they work under the Man of Mystery, or like the Man of Mystery summons them, because the Men of Mystery are the minions of Man of Mystery, and the Men of Mystery are basically zombies. You know, they're zombies that are summoned by Man of Mystery. Number 74, Mender. Alright, so it's this medic who who can heal stuff with his hands, despite the medigun existing. And I think this guy is basically a ripoff of Dr. Johan van Windhoek. And yeah, but he can like hit stuff, I guess. Number 75, Miley Durant. So, not a freak, but a freak hunter. And Miley Durant is a femme scout. And yeah, that's it. A femme scout who had an interest in freak hunting, and she becomes a freak hunter. Number 76, Mischievous Medic is a medic that has a mechanical arm that can do like a bunch of stuff, like crushing a demo man's head, and of course healing, since he is a medic after all. So yep, magic hand medic again. Number 77, Mr. Dan and Dr. Dumb. I don't know. Probably like Dr. Dumb is this medic, because, you know, doctor in his name, who's pretty smart despite his name. And Mr. Dan is maybe this scout. I don't know. It was a long-ass video, and I only had a few weeks to work on this script, man. Number 78, Mule Corncakes. An engineer who's, like, basically Penis Cupcake, but he goes, "I'm Mule Corncakes, and I'm gonna bang you." And, yeah, he can give himself crits, and, man, more body horror. He turns people into furniture. Number 79, Mundy Fly, a sniper who has a fly head, and that's it. He can probably fly too, I'm just guessing. Number 80, Necromancer, a pyro with the ability to, of course, raise the dead. Yup. Number 81, Nightmare Medic. Nightmare Medic is, well, he's the fucking devil. He's the ruler of hell. Seriously, that's what the wiki says. He's basically Satan. He is Satan. Nightmare Medic is Satan. Number 82, Ninja Scout. A scout who can deflect bullets with a samurai sword, and he's really powerful. He's super fast, and yada 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 yada. Number 83, Sniper. Again, not even a TF2 Freak, but I guess his power is magically hitting a headshot despite not even aiming there. Like the real version of the real life version of the Huntsmith. Number 84, Nuclear Scout, is one of the more powerful TF2 freaks out there, since this guy is a reality warper. Bro can change anything about the world as he sees it, and the camera quality goes to shit whenever he appears because of radiation. Also, he has a gun that sets things on fire, or maybe eradicates them until it gets set on fire. I don't know, quite unsure about that one. Also, he knows Kung Fu and super speed, like any scout TF2 freak should be. Number 85, Oddball Heavy. Oddball Heavy. Okay, so one day on an average match of Dust Ball, two heavies got into a duel, a melee duel, but then both of them died because of a Vagineer. However, a couple moments later, Weasel Cake revived the red heavy and replaced his head with a traffic cone. And also his powers is, you know what, it's super strength, and basically he's a TF2 freak. Please, Orbit, just let me go. Number 86, Official Heavy. Okay, so I'm guessing it's this cool looking heavy with the fez and the sunglasses, because he's just the average try-hard heavy, if you've ever seen a heavy main in real life, that is. Basically, he's badass engineer, but badass heavy. Number 87, Old Bloke. Old Bloke is a try-hard sniper, and, you know, I'm sure you've seen the Old Bloke Origins video. That's who this sniper is. But I guess what the video was trying to represent was that the sniper was like a veteran or something. Like he's an old bloke, I guess. That's why his name is Old Bloke. Probably should have given a beard or something. Number 88, Pain Engineer. Okay, so originally was Wrenchineer, and his wrench head got stolen by Vagineer, and then a Demoneer replaced Wrenchineer's head with a Pain Train, thus becoming Pain Engineer. Yup. Number 89, Panoman. Okay, a faster but weaker version of Demopan. Essentially, it's Demopan, but he put all of his skill points into speed, but deals like 1 damage. Number 90, Phaser. A green or puke yellow spy with a gun that shoots lasers. That's all. Number 91, Pyro. Okay, so a pyro that summons fire-related shit. This video is so poorly made. Jesus Christ. Number 92, Poppin' Dumbbell. Alright, so it's a spy that uses a heavy as a weapon, meaning this spy is probably freakishly strong. Yeah. Number 93, Pork Gineer, a penis cupcake-esque engineer that is more powerful than Vagineer. Yeah. Number 94, Potato Neer, an engineer who is lazy as shit and as well, as the name suggests, a couch potato. Number 95, Private Funny Man, is a red soldier with superhuman capabilities and is pretty popular from my knowledge, especially his hat, which is usually associated with Private Funny Man or gay penis, aka the ear rape heavy. Anyway, number 96, Pumpkin Soldier. So, the Team Fortress 2 freaks are all playing baseball along with Captain Demoman and Private Funny Man, and when a baseball breaks a pumpkin and it enranges this soldier, which I'm guessing is this guy, since he did say, "My beloved pumpkin." So, that's who Pumpkin Soldier is. He's just a regular soldier who gets angry that his pumpkin gets destroyed. Number 97, Pyre, a pyro that's a devil, basically the same as Inferno, except he has like more fire power or something, like a stronger version of Inferno, I guess. Number 98, Quanta Heavy. So I'm not sure, but maybe this heavy with the yellow sunglasses, and judging from the name, this heavy can phase through walls. I mean, I guess his ability is quantum tunneling. Man, I give up. Number 99, Rabbic. Maybe ridiculous, but Rabbic screams really loudly before nuking itself. And even after that, it's fine, like the Rabbic still lives. It just causes a nuke wherever it screams. So this thing is really, really powerful. Number 100, Radio Scout. Hey, we did it. 100 Team Fortress 2 freaks. Yippee! Anyway, Radio Scout has the ability to put people into TVs through his boombox. And yeah, that's kind of horrifying. Number 101, Reaper, is this cool black sniper who fights Inferno. Number 102, Rex, a robot heavy or maybe a cyborg. Also, this thing is huge and carries around a huge laser rocket, and well, it's a robot. What else I gotta say? Funnily enough, this would have been more fitting if it was on the 101 on the list, because, you know, Robot 101. 103, Robosol. Again, a robot or cyborg. Still powerful and has fought Soldane before. Yeah, it's just a Soldane, but blue, I guess. 104, Robot Cupcake is, as you can guess, a robot version of Penis Cupcake, and surprisingly, at rare moments, stronger than Penis Cupcake, since in his introduction video, he gets eaten by Penis Cupcake before suddenly he switches places with Penis Cupcake, meaning that, you know, Robot Cupcake ate Penis Cupcake, so, yeah. Number 105, Robot Engie, a robot engineer. That's all. Number 106, Samuro, a blue pyro that just escaped to death after single-handedly taking a control point by himself. Like a really OP blue pyro, I guess. 107, Savior. Savior is either the spy that saved Cyber Scout's life, or the scout who tried to kill Major and is, you know, Cyber Scout. So, number 108, Saya is a melee-based femme scout that has superhuman strength and speed, and she's really powerful. Yeah, Saya is really powerful. Number 109, Scoush is a scout that lives in a bucket. He can also make his bucket into any prop, essentially a prop hunt player with powers, and he can fly. And, you know, most of the time, Scoush turns into Scrumpy or Sandwich, so he can eat the Heavy or Demo Man that inevitably comes over to eat the sandwich or drinks the Scrumpy. Number 110, Sniper is a fucked up blue sniper who has a sniper that shoots grenade launcher pills at extreme speeds. This guy's really powerful in offensive capabilities, but still weak in defense since he pretended to die to avoid this. well, probably this Demo Man Freak, who is also really powerful, which I will get to later on. So, make sure to watch till the end of the video so you know all about the Team Fortress 2 Freak. Number 111, Scott Mundy, a purple sniper. That's all I got since Mundy was in the name. Or maybe it's this medic, who knows. But yeah, it's this purple sniper who is injured and then gets healed. Yeah. Number 112, Scurry Scrumpy is an overpowered ass shit with his sneaky launcher, since it sucks in players and then launches them out alive for some reason. Number 137, Sea Spy. Ah yes, the rival to, of course, Lava Spy. He lives underwater and has, of course, water-based powers. 114, Sentinel, a demon that works under Nightmare Medic, the literal Satan, the ruler of hell. Anyway, number 115, Sergey is a medic who has completely white overalls, which makes no sense that he has no powers, because just look at him. He looks so cool! Number 116, Sergeant Chucklenuts is a scout that wants to become a soldier, and guess what? He basically is, since he's freakishly strong. Number 117, Shit Pitcher DM is Some Clean Trash's rival and arch nemesis, and well, his powers are mostly shit based. He has a shit car that runs on diarrhea, and I don't want to continue this. Number 118, Sniperoo, a red sniper and kangaroo mix, and is, just freakishly powerful. Number 119, Snipe, featured in Nuclear Scout 1 as Nuclear Scout's enemy. Snipe is an anger sniper, and what else I gotta say, mate? Number 120, Sodanator, footage not found. So these videos don't exactly have names attached to these videos, man. So yeah, maybe Sodanator is a scout. I don't know. There's nothing here. There's a soda in the name, so it's probably a scout. Number 121, Sodic is a red soldier with an overdose that shoots explosions. I'm not fucking with you. Number 122, Soiled Diaper Station. After writing about 121 Team Fortress 2 Freaks at this point, across multiple weeks, these names are still fucking ridiculous. Anyway, Soiled Diaper Station is this heavy with the Mongolian hat. Oh man. Yeah. 123, Soldier, a deer and soldier mix, insanely strong, similar to Sniperoo. Number 124, Soldier Drones, a bunch of robot soldiers made by this spy. Number 125, Soldine, also really popular. Like, I don't know why he's here, but yeah, first appearance of Soldine, basically a robot soldier, and the most famous of them all. Like, out of all these, aside from Christian Brutal Sniper, he is probably like the second famous on this list. So yeah, Soldine, really cool Team Fortress 2 freak. Number 126, Soldier, a fucked up blue soldier that has a healing factor, making it nigh immortal. Number 127, Some Clean Trash. Some Clean Trash is a representation of Wales Clean Trash's channel, which sadly ended because of the creator's burnout around 3 years ago. Was sad to see him go. Like, I was subscribed for a long time. Bro was genuinely talented, and it's such a shame that he didn't get to 10,000 subscribers. Like, maybe if a lot of you subscribed to his channel and got him to 10,000 subscribers, maybe he'll return. Who knows? Number 128, Soul Scout. Soul Scout has teleporting abilities and usually hangs around the Reaper, the black sniper that fought Inferno. Number 129, Spanner. Spanner is part of the same team as the Soul Scout and Reaper, mostly hunting Team Fortress 2 freaks. He's an engineer that has training with close quarter combat, so he's just a really powerful engineer main, like a battle engineer. 130, Spengineer, similar to Some Clean Trash, a representation of a YouTuber, Herbalicity, who makes Team Fortress 2 free content. Okay, I think I pronounced it wrong. Herbalicity Herbalisty. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Number 131, Spy, a deformed spy that can fly and is the rival of Sniper, and eventually was returned to a normal sniper by Dr. Roddy. Number 132, Spiritual Demoman. Spiritual Demoman is a Demoman that can fly and is powerful reality warper that can turn other people into creatures similar to itself. And his music theme is sweet lullaby, deep forest, and not gonna lie, it's really good to listen to. Which is, it's so weird. Like, the song, Spiritual Demoman is like so weirdly powerful. He's basically Buddha. Let's move on. Number 133, Splatter Scout. Okay, so the video attached is just a scout who's friends with aliens, so I guess his powers is alien friends. Number 134, Spoy, is a spy that is just a spy. He also dies to this robot scout freak. I forgot his name. Probably Scoutbine or Scout Bot or something. 135, Spy Kruger. Freddy Krueger, but a spy. LOL. Number 136, Spy of Influence, is a red spy where his ability is charisma. Yup, his ability is Riz. Number 137, Spoy, is what happens when a spy gets curious to what's in the briefcase and, well, he turns into a TF2 freak because he opened the briefcase. Number 138, Stealth Keg, a sniper who has spy abilities. Essentially, basically, it's a sniper who has he can turn invisible. Sniper spy, basically. Number 139, Stupid Heavy. Heavy that's stupid enough to fall over when he pushes something. Yeah, it's just a heavy that's stupid. Number 140, Team Zom is just, I guess it's the military that fights the zombie necropolis, I guess. Number 141, Tavel, or Tevel. Tevel is basically a powerful god type of Team Fortress 2 freak. That's a pyro. Yeah. Number 142, Tella, I guess. It's this girl who revived Robosol. Yeah. Number 143, Tiro Spy, a spy that can teleport. Number 144, Agreeable Soldier, a TF classic soldier that mysteriously appeared in 2 Fort one day. Number 145, the Poop Troop, a bunch of blue heavies that rides around in a truck and kidnaps people. Yup. Number 146, Rolling Soldier, a soldier that rolls around like Sonic. Sonic, I guess. Number 147, Typewriter, an enemy of Nuclear Scout and is basically a medic. Number 148, Uncle Krusty, an insane soldier that flames his arms around like a madman. Okay, Uncle Krusty is a representation of the YouTube channel Uncle Krusty, so yeah. Number 149, Up High Spy, spy that loves high fives and can self-uber himself, making him really powerful. Number 150, Van Windhoek's students. It's the 4 medics that are the students of Johan van Windhoek, or Hoek, or whatever. Basically, it's the colored medics that are his students. Number 151, Warrior. Alright, so this is probably the soldier that died. So, yeah. Number 152, Weasel Cake. So this is the 3rd most popular guy, but yeah. Weasel Cake is very powerful and more famous than you may know. He's a reality warper and can turn anything into anything. He can summon anything. Heck, he's the reason a few of the freaks in this list even exist. Like the Conehead Heavy. But yeah, this guy, very powerful reality warper, and the reason he looks like that is because his legs got broken when he turned into a freak. Number 153, the Wrench Spy. A spy with a wrench for his head. Basically, Wrenchineer, but, you know, spy. Wrench eye, I guess. French fry. Number 154, Xander Cage. Finally, we've reached the end of this godforsaken list. Now I don't have to worry about Orbit eating me or divorcing me. Anyway, Xander Cage is a medic. Yup. Man, this was so long to make, like you would not believe. This entire script took me like 1,000, it took me weeks. It took me weeks to make this script alone, since I had to watch all these videos and make a brief description without making it too long. I had to make a lot of these shorter because I didn't want to focus on it too much. Like the longest one was probably Christian Brutal Sniper. I talked about it for like a minute, so yeah. Oh, and some honorable mentions. Impossible Man, who can deform himself to any shape he wants and is nigh invincible. Anyway, enough from me. Thanks for watching this segment of lesser known Team Fortress 2 freaks. And well, let's go back to our favorite twink, Orbit.
So, did you skip this part of the video just to see the scary parts of the iceberg? Take yourself back to the beginning of the video. Welcome to the abyss of the iceberg. I'm going to be covering the scarier freaks of TF2. So let's go ahead and get started. Abstract Spy. Abstract Spy originates from a video called Abstract, in which we find a floating spy with no legs and a large torso that kidnaps a red scout stuck in a location in the Aperture Science Laboratory. This one is just kind of unsettling just because of the ambient noises of the background and how this character is just really odd and unsettling. Bogop. Bogop is a really creepy demo man that says Bogop, and he uses balloon animals to attack people. In the video he originated from, he attacks a spy with balloon animals that come from his mouth, where he then attacks and eats the spy with his enlarged head before jump scaring the viewer. Cave Heavy. Cave Heavy is a weird one, where he has the ability to lock in people and trap them in his cave. In the original video, we watch as a spy in first-person POV explores a cave, as the Cave Heavy teleports in the background before the spy checks between the gaps and some wooden planks before getting jumped and killed by the Cave Heavy. Spooky stuff. Bad Water Videos, Melon Man, and Dr. Metalhead, and Teeth and Ear. All three of these characters are from Bad Water Videos 2009, and they're all just the creations for their Gmod series, but what's disturbing about them is that they have ragdolls in the series, and they're alive and sentient, and trying to escape this hell they're living in. Plus, Teeth and Ear is just straight up disturbing. Friendly Scout. So Friendly Scout is not so friendly. The video comes from just has the scout standing and staring while messing with the mind of the viewer, while the video distorts and becomes all filled with this green light. I don't know how to explain this video that well, but the character has this pale skin and is bald as well. Hoovy Dundee. Hoovy Dundee is a monster from the series Hoovy Dundee, in which he is this terrifying heavy with knives in his back that kills off multiple of the mercs in the series, where he does things like hangs the torn apart body parts of the characters on the ceiling. He also seems to be unkillable, and it's really unknown whether or not he is human anymore. Infected Germedic. This one, I don't even know what to say other than we see a medic with glowing yellowish skin, and he speaks with a high-pitched tone and has a distorted face. In his introduction video, he just straight up screams into the camera for like 5 seconds. So just a bizarre character overall. Knife Hand. Knife Hand is only scary because he reminds me of Freddy Krueger. He's a spy that has knives for hands and kills his enemies by slashing them into pieces. He also sometimes has solid white eyes. Mudik. So the original video of Mudik is non-existent nowadays, but the video that does exist of him just depicts him being this uncanny medic with wide eyes and sometimes a big head. He just stares straight forward and distorts things around him. He also just seems to be covered in blood sometimes. Nemesis. No, this isn't the Nemesis from Resident Evil. Rather, this is a spy with a creepy looking mask that hunts down and kills multiple TF2 mercs regularly. He's shown to die at the end of the video he's introduced in, but comes back probably due to the Dead Ringer. New Weapon. The new weapon is a heavy with a half bloodied up face that rips apart other TF2 characters, and also seems to eat other characters as well. He is controlled by a weird engineer also. Just a really disturbing looking character, and I don't know, it's just odd. Odd Scout. I'll just play this one. Pystrick. This character is a blue pyro with an enlarged head that goes around and eats people. Yeah, that's all I got for this one. Kind of creepy. Scout.exe. The Scout.exe is a character that looks like a creepy scout and is similar to that of Sonic.exe. He's just one of those classic internet horror characters, but just a bootleg of one. Still, a little spooky. Slender Man. You know Slender Man? Well, this is Slender Man. So imagine Slender Man in the TF2 universe. Not as scary nowadays, but still interesting to have this character be in TF2. Team Killer. The TF2 Team Killer is a character by Lemur Fought, which I've covered on this channel before. But he's essentially like Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees in the TF2 universe, where he attacks and kills TF2 mercs to get revenge for his daughter being killed a long, long time ago. He has also had plenty of crossovers with other TF2 freaks, where he fights them as well. Spy Mare. So this is pretty much just a creepy spy. He stands around menacingly and doesn't seem to be able to be killed. He also can just scream and can just make TF2 characters hurt themselves and die. Twitch. He's a creepy pyro that kills off other mercs, but he has knives for hands, and also runs around with an axe. He also looks like a devil, and there's also a Heavenly Soldier 2 in the video he comes from. Anomalies. Anomalies are these things that live in TF2 and can actually affect the player's games, whether it's crashing the game, or just haunting or scaring the players. They have these bright glowing eyes and have distorted limbs. Server Blight. The Server Blight is now labeled as a TF2 freak, with it being a freak that lives in the servers of TF2, that can follow people and move from server to server, assimilating them to its body. This thing being so dangerous that can actually cause players to be killed in the real world, if one ends up latching onto them. The only way to escape one being to kill your character in the game by jumping out of bounds and disconnecting in time. Zombie in a box. The final one in this iceberg is the most disturbing of all, and I think I'll just show you.
Box!
Okay, this one was a joke, but that is it for the TF2 Freak Iceberg. This was a pretty fun video to make, and I really had a fun time working on it with some friends, so go check out Intricate Labs and Turkey's channel and show some support. I'll be linking the TF2 Freak Wiki, where you can get even more information on all these freaks, in the description below. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, and again, let me know your favorite TF2 freak. And if you want to see more stuff from me, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.